This week in Gaithersburg, Quince Orchard Valley. Have you ever heard of Quince Orchard Valley? Well, it's right off of Great Seneca Highway, just north of where AstraZeneca and the Kentlands are. So if you're wondering about a nice, mature neighborhood that's in a great location with easy access to get on and off of whatever major roadway and get you all around the DMV, you might want to check it out, Quince Orchard Valley. Quince Orchard Valley was initially started way back in 1969 with a majority of the houses being built in the late 70s, early 80s. The neighborhood is made up of mostly single-family detached homes, and there are some townhomes as well. So the typical home size is going to be between 3 and 6 bedrooms, and they also typically have between 2 and 5 bathrooms. Square footage, that all depends on what you're looking at. If you're in one of the townhouses, that could be just around 1,100 square feet. Some of these single-family detached homes are on the larger side and just shy of 5,000 square feet. So this is a neighborhood that gives you a little bit of everything. So you have the smaller townhomes, and then you also have the larger single-family detached homes. The last 12 months haven't seen a whole lot of change in the real estate in terms of transactions done, but the closed price range is a wide one, going from about $475,000 all the way up to $925,000. So depending on what you're looking for in Quince Orchard Valley, there is a huge gap, which means that there are plenty of different options for you to choose from. I would also make the median sales price at $777,000. There is an association. Typically, those association fees are not that terrible. Typically, those association fees will run you in about the $350 range. So when you talk about Quince Orchard Valley and its surroundings, it is located right next to Seneca Creek State Parks. I recently found out that there's some walking trails back there that you can walk through these trails and end up over at the disc golf that they have in the park there. So there is access to just walk through those trails, or it's kind of a long roundabout way to drive around to get to the actual entrance to the park and wind your way all the way through. And once you wind your way all the way through, at the very end, there's a parking lot there, and that is situated right next to Quince Orchard Valley. There is Quince Orchard Valley Neighborhood Park that's right in the community there, so it's going to have basketball courts, playground. There is a community center there, and there is a softball field as well. So plenty of space to do outdoor activities and recreation, and then you can also rent out the building there if you wanted to have some sort of party or gathering or get together there. So it's a nice little park to have right there in the neighborhood. You also have a pond and another tot lot as well. There's walking trails around the community too, so you can go take a nice leisurely stroll, walk around the neighborhood, and it kind of winds down around the pond and all that other stuff too, so it's kind of cool. Wildlife in there. When it comes to shopping, there's nothing right inside Quince Orchard Valley, but as I stated before, it is less than a mile to get you into the Kentlands, and once you get there, the world is your oyster. I still don't know what that means, but it is. It's your oyster. So over there, you're gonna have Whole Foods, you're gonna have Giant, so when it comes to grocery shopping, it's got you all covered there. There's plenty of restaurants, shops, bars, all the good stuff over there in the Kentlands as well. So it's nice to have that in close proximity. If you really wanted to on a nice day, you can take a leisurely stroll and walk. And since it is located right there on Great Seneca Highway, if you went the opposite direction, you went north towards Germantown, you also run into another shopping center right there that's gonna have a Shoppers and other restaurants and shopping and all those things. So when it comes to getting around the neighborhood, it does have a pretty good walk score because, as I said, it's not far at all from the Kentlands, and the Kentlands has everything that Montgomery County, could possibly offer. So the walk score is a 64 with a transit score of a 39 because there's not really any bus stops right in the neighborhood. There is a ride-on bus stop right outside the neighborhood on Great Seneca Highway. So if you need to get around MoCo, ride-on bus right there. Now, bike score is a 44, so it is somewhat bikeable. As I said, you're close to things like the Kentlands and all that other stuff. There are walking trails throughout, and depending on what kind of biking you're looking to do, there are the trails that get you to Seneca Creek State Park. So if you wanted to get all sorts of adventurous and ride your bike back there, you could. And then when it comes to schools, so I always tell people to make sure that you check the MCPS website because they give you the school assignment tool there. But typically elementary kids are going to go to Thurgood Marshall, Middle school kids are going to go to Ridgeview Middle School, and then high school kids are going to end up going over to Quince Orchard. Quince Orchard Valley might be a place for you to check out. If you're looking to be in Gaithersburg, make sure you keep watching the channel. Subscribe, like, and continue to watch. Share it with your homies, all the good stuff.